let's pick it up there. Facing public humiliation, Rob Ford is now said to be considering treatment options.
Yeah, Toronto's mayor still refuses to step down. He's digging his heels in here. But we're now getting some new details about how he might deal with this drug scandal. Here's what he had to say about it.
Yes, I have smoked crack cocaine. But no, do I? Am I an addict? No.
Days after that stunning admission, video shows Toronto Mayor Rob Ford in an apparent drunken stupor, making violent threats.
Let me kill the guy. I'm telling you, it's surgery, my guy. I have made mistakes, and all I can do right now is apologize for the mistakes.
Reportedly, Ford is considering his options, which may include rehab. But until now, he said,
I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm never going to drink again. That's not realistic. But
everything in moderation,
anything in moderation
everything
is fine.
So he's using this theory, anything in moderation, but, you know, there are a lot of people that are saying once you really dig into this story, you see the video of him belligerent, you see him smoking crack on a video, it takes it to a different level, and that's when the conversation has expanded to does he need to step down? And I've been on Dr. Drew's show talking about this a lot. Actually, I guess we have Dr. Drew with us to talk about it. Dr. Drew, you've been all over this story, and I know you've been saying a lot that he can go to rehab. He can get better, right?
Right, absolutely. And thank you, Lynn, for almost talking on my behalf. We've had some difficult...
I would never.
Had some terrible technical problems here, even such as it is, I'm getting terrible feedback. But here's the deal. This man has a very serious problem with alcoholism and addiction. And, you know, it's easy to express righteous indignation because he's not able to function, and it's embarrassing, and isn't it a terrible thing? But the reality is this man has an illness. It should be dealt with as like any other illness. If he had cancer or an infection, he would get the time to take off work, get his treatment, and then come back if it's appropriate. If the doctors deem it's appropriate to be able to handle the work and stress of mayor. But in the meantime, his denial and obfuscation is sort of classic alcoholic behavior.
Hey, Dr. Drew, isn't that what people need, though? When this comes to light and you begin to see yourself in the mirror like this, don't you need time away, if you can, to get your life in order?
Yeah, well, that's the point, is that he needs the opportunity to do that, but people are so angry with him for sort of maintaining the level of denial that he's maintained and being unwilling to do something about this that, you know, they're sort of had enough. They're frustrated and they're angry with him, and I understand that, but that's part of the illness. Now, hopefully this guy will take care of himself. The craziness, Lynn and I were on my show last week when we watched the mom and the sister maintain the same level of denial about this guy's illness.
Yeah, actually,
he has a life-threatening problem.
Have that soundbite. Let's play that because I want to get your take on the other side because family support is so essential when it comes to addiction. Let's play this and we'll listen to you on the other side.
Robbie is not a drug addict. I know because I'm a former addict, or an addict, if you would want to say. And as an alcoholic, if you want to consider binge drinking once every 3 months and you get totally plastered, which he just makes himself a fool out of himself, and I've even asked him to leave my home at one time I saw him, fine.
That's the mayor's sister there. And Dr. Drew, I'm wondering, you know, the sister who is also an addict saying binge drinking once in a while, totally fine. What do you think?
Yeah, Lynn, you mentioned that family support is so important. This is the exact opposite of family support. This is her maintaining his denial. This is her supporting him in his crazy thinking and allowing him to think that it's okay to binge until stupor. And, oh, by the way, in that stupor, maybe I do crack and other drugs. What are you going to do? And there is kind of a cultural denial that goes on in Canada a little bit about alcoholism. A lot of European countries have difficulty identifying alcoholism as a disease, and as such, people die. And that's my biggest concern about this man, is that it's a life-threatening condition. People forget that. Alcoholics don't necessarily drink themselves to death with liver disease. They die by multiple means. They aspirate, they get depressed respirations, they kill themselves in despair. I am very concerned that something like that could happen.
Yeah, interesting, and I know you're going to be talking about it tonight on your show. Be sure to tune in, Dr. Drew, 9 Eastern, right here on HLN. Dr.